So in this lecture, we are going to be creating a channel banner from absolute scratch, and we are going to create it by ourselves from the very beginning till the very end. So in the previous modules, we learned how to make, how to find out the good templates for the different banners, etc., or use different services. But always the best way to do is to make the banner yourself, because this will be completely unique for you. You will not be repeated by anyone, and this thing will be completely for you. And right now we're going to create this from the very scratch. So I'm going to be creating this on my iPad. As always, I do my editing on my iPad with the Affinity Photo. And if you have Affinity Photo on your Mac, you can do practically the same thing. The layout will be a bit more different, but not by much. And if you want to do on Photoshop, you can do it on Photoshop as well. This will be practically the same things. They're not going to be a bunch of different new things that you could do. I think if you want, you can do it even in Canva or any other software, because we're not going to do very complicated stuff. Only thing that we're going to do is probably adding some effects like shadows, etc. So first thing that we'll need is the canvas. This is the transparent canvas, and the size of the canvas is 2560 by 1440. That's the canvas size that you want. This will be the entire canvas size. The next thing that you want is you want to understand that this canvas will not be your entire banner. It will not be visible everywhere, and every single device that you have or that your users will have will see the banner in a different way, in a different sizes. And to help you with that, I have downloaded this photo. This was not created by me. This was created by a certain individual, and I downloaded it from Google. This shows you the different places visible on your banner depending on where it is open. For example, if someone will open your channel on TV, entirety of the banner will be visible. And I think it's visible because it's used as your background, like background for your channel. So only place where entirety of this banner is visible is the TV. So you actually don't need to use like this places completely entirely. You don't even need these places. The desktop max is this one is the widest place. This is where the widescreen desktops will display this one. This place, this a bit darker grayish places will be displayed on tablets, and these dark gray places will be displayed everywhere. So this is the place where you need to put, well, majority of the info that you want. All these other places can be used for stuff, but it's actually not necessary. So you need to use this place. So what I do in many cases is I just go here and just make the opacity of this a bit low, just to see the everything behind and to understand that everything is in the safe area. So first thing that we're gonna use here is we're gonna need some backgrounds. So in my case, I'm gonna use the slide overview. I'm going to use my VizRef app, and I'm going to use this photo because this photo is kind of more in line with my channel, because I want to create this one for my gaming channel. I'm recreating the banner from my gaming channel, so just be mindful of that. I'm going to put it in the very edge, and I'm going to resize it just to make it as big as possible, because the photo is actually unconventional in size. It's not 16 by 9. I think it's 16 by 10. I'm going to resize it just a bit more, and I'm going to lose some space on the sides, but it's not a big problem. I can increase this a bit to the top because, yeah, I don't want any white spaces visible. And what I will do is I will resize this like that to have it approximately in the middle. Okay, that's practically in the middle. Okay, this will be our background, but what's most important, I'm going to put the layers, the layer that I use on the top, so it would be visible always. As you can see, this is how it will look. So I know that I need this space right here for my logo, for my text, etc. And I should not put anything right on these lines, because I know that they would be cut away. So I will not be using this place. I'm going to just make it invisible just in case. And what I will do right now is I will add my logo as well right here. I want to have my logo. I'm going to copy this logo and I'm going to paste it right here, and I'm going to paste it like that. I want this logo to be visible, and I will position it in the middle. So I'm going to go alignment option, bam and bam. Oh no, I pressed misclicked. I'm gonna do this one. So I'm gonna just make it a bit smaller. I don't want this to be very, very large. Just I'm gonna check out the positioning. Okay, this size is pretty much fine. Then I'm gonna go and continue with positioning and make it in the middle. Okay, this looks pretty fine. Now I'm gonna take away this layer. Okay, this looks pretty much perfect. And the people will see only this larger logo in the middle. So what I want afterwards is I want some text around. So I want, in my case, what I suggest you to put on the right side, on the left side, put the type of videos that you do to explain what type of videos you do, and on the right side, put how often you upload or any other additional info that you want, like follow or subscribe or etc. Whatever you want. Usually, I use schedule here. It's again up to you 100% depending on what your channel is and what you do. It's 100% up to you. So you can go and put whatever the text that you want right here. I put, in my case, I put the logos of the games that I play. I'm going to put them right here, and I will do exactly that right now. But unfortunately, it's not working. Yeah, it is working. So what I will do is I will put this Star Wars logo right here. I'm going to copy this Star Wars logo. First, I'm going to just put some stuff, and then I'm going to resize everything here. I'm going to use this Mass Effect logo. I'm going to copy this one as well. I'm going to paste it. I'm just going to dump it there first, and then I'm going to work on them. And I'm going to copy this Halo logo and paste it right here. Okay, they're all here. I'm going to make those two invisible. I'm going to start working on Star Wars first. As you can see, it's way too big. So I'm going to make it smaller, of course, to fit in size. I'm going to just resize this stuff so I don't want to see entirety of the photo. I'm going to put it somewhere to make it a bit more aesthetically pleasing. I'm going to put it somewhere in the middle between this logo and between this line. So it's somewhere in the middle like that. If I take this background away, it's perfectly visible, but we will work on the visibility afterwards. Then I'm going to do the same thing with Mass Effect. Of course, I'm going to make it way smaller because it's way too big, because I want to put 3 different things together. So yeah, that's practically okay. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with Halo logo right here. I'm gonna put it like that. But I think that Halo logo is way too stretched. I'm gonna make it a bit narrower, just a bit narrower. It looks a bit better, not way better, but a bit better, maybe a bit more narrow. Yeah, just like that. And I'm gonna put it somewhere right here. I think it's fine position. So if I will make this disappear, yep, it looks okay. It looks pretty much fine. I like it. I like how it looks, and it is within the borders, within the safe areas, which is practically amazing. Very nice. I like that very, very much. You see that one thing that should be addressed before we're gonna continue, but that we will fix afterwards, is that because the photo on the background is on some places is bright and some places is dark, the logos sometimes are not visible very well. In this case, they're practically visible. I like that how they're visible, but we're gonna work on this a bit later. Now, what we need afterwards is we need text right here. And what we'll do, I'm gonna use a text tool. I'm gonna put it right here. And first, I'm gonna choose my my font. You can choose whatever font that you want. I use Helvetica font, and I use condensed black very, very often. What I will do then, I'm gonna change it to the color white, and then I'm gonna type some text, and this will be I'm gonna work on the sizing a bit later. Let's go do this one, new videos. I'm gonna put it all caps, every day. Yeah, something like that. Or maybe I could do put every single word in a different line, maybe. Yes, because yeah, we need to fill it up. I'm gonna increase it in size, and as you can see, it is looking pretty much fine. It is looking pretty much fine. Of course, we're in the coloring. We're gonna work on the coloring of the text. We're gonna make this disappear, and yeah, we're gonna work on this. But it looks pretty much fine. Everybody will understand that this is the types of the videos or something like that. I would explain more stuff right here. Like on my banner, I have like more stuff explaining right here, like the fantasy and sci-fi strategy videos or something like that. We could explain some things, but because people will come right here, see Star Wars, Mass Effect, and Halo, and what? Like you are talking about what? You're talking about games, you're talking about the movies, you're talking about novels, what are you talking about? And well, it's not the good explanation, but for these purposes, I'm gonna leave it for now just like that. Then it's practically done. We don't need any more elements. We don't need anything here because this will be enough even on the larger screens. People understand whatever is happening on the screen. And it's weird, right? Like every single element is on this small place, but this is how it works. And that's what people usually are not doing well with their channels. And what we'll do right now is we're going to work on some of the effects now. We're going to select the text. We're going to work on text. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into effects and start with an outline. We want some outline. We're going to increase because outline helps the text to come out of the background. As you can see, as soon as we did that, every single place where the background was bright enough to counteract the whiteness of the text, it is just making it like very well visible. Then what we can do is we can go and put some we're going to put some outer shadow because we want some shadows. We're going to increase. I'm going to go with a fully intense shadow, offset this a bit, just like that, and like increase the radius as much as I can. I want this to be like very precise shadow. I don't need any radius changes. And I'm going to make the offset is just like that. And just remember one thing, that if you put the shadows on the text, try to have it on the same side. Like if you see that it's around 45 degrees, it's hitting, light is kind of hitting from this side. And if you'll do the same with everything else, try to do the same thing with everything else. Now what I will do right here is I'm gonna take this text, I'm gonna take this logo because there's practically nothing else that I need to do with this because otherwise it will be a bit how can I say, a bit over way too much. So I'm gonna copy this, I'm gonna select this, and I'm gonna go and pasteboard and paste effects. As you can see in here, the situation, it does not look that well. So because the borders do not look that well, I'm gonna decrease the borders in this case as much as I can, and then I'm gonna work on the shadows as well. So this is how we started, and instead of black shadows, I will do here a white shadow. Not what shadow, the outline, white outline. It will make it look a bit more different. It's pink. Okay, this is white now, and I'm gonna increase just in size to see this, and increase radius just a tiny bit. Then work on outer shadow because offset is way too much. We're gonna decrease that offset and make it just like that. So the shadow is visible, but it's not that powerful. Okay, very good. And now what we're gonna do in this case is we're gonna take this one. Oh, okay, we accidentally removed all the shadow. Okay, no problem. We're gonna do an offset just like that, and radius of very, 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 very low. Okay, then we're gonna select. Now we're gonna go and with the selection tool, go and select copy this one, and then try to paste. No, we're gonna paste effects only. We're gonna paste only effects. Okay, it looks okay. It doesn't need any changes, to be fair. And do here the pasteboard, the paste effects here as well. Okay, yeah, this is the same thing. What we did right now with that is that we separated every single thing in the logo, in the banner. As you can see, we're still within the borders, but we separated every single thing in the banner from the background, which makes it look kind of like it's sitting there and gives like pseudo 3D look as well, which is very, very good. We cannot do a bunch of stuff with an image as well because images comes preloaded with the shadow itself. So if you just put a shadow, it will have a shadow over shadow, and it might look, actually it looks okay. We can use this, to be fair. If you do increase intensity, oh, as you can see, it does not look that well. So we're gonna decrease intensity, and yeah, it makes it look a bit more separated from the background, which is very, very good. What about an outline? Can we do an outline? Oh no, that's absolutely impossible. So yeah, it looks okay. I can say that it looks okay. The shadow looks more or less okay. It's a bit stronger side, and I'm gonna decrease intensity just a bit because it looks kind of way too strong. And No, you know what? I'm gonna decrease opacity instead. Make it stronger and decrease opacity. Very good. It looks pretty nice. And yes, this is basically the simplest banner that we could do. And as you can see, it's not that difficult to make, even for an advanced user. And you see, you make banner to convey information about your channel. That's what you do right here. I'm gonna delete everything, and as you can see, this banner looks pretty nice. This place is what your viewers will see, and looks pretty good. It does not look that bad. What I would do again is put more text right here. I just did, instead of this 4 lines right here, make the text a bit more and the new videos every day, and then put like strategy videos, strategy gaming videos, and then put new videos every day on these 2 lines. That's what you could do in my case. So as you can see, it looks pretty okay. It looks pretty fine. Your viewer will be very pleased, and this might entice him to subscribe, because he will understand with this banner what this channel is all about. And if it resonates with him, he will most likely subscribe. So yes, try to create your own banners afterwards, after you understand what your channel is all about, because in the beginning you usually do not understand well enough what your channel is and what it is all about, but afterwards, very soon, you will understand what your channel is actually all about, and then you will start you will have all the knowledge needed to create something like that. Well, this will be it for this one. Let's go to the next one.